Welcome. In front of me I have the brand new Apple iPad Air from 2022, and today I'll go over unboxing along with a quick look at a spec sheet. So this will be the 256 gig version. As you can see, iPad Air 5th gen, Wi-Fi, so there we go. One thing that I like is the little pull tabs that they started adding, though this one has been already pulled a little bit, so just completely take it off. Now for some reason it looks like the box was dropped, as you can see right over here, so it's a little bit concerning. Come on. There we go. Oh, we actually get a charger in here, so that's nice. Cable, type C to type C. Okay, so while this is turning on, I'm going to quickly go over the screen right here. So we're looking at 10.9 inches, 1640 by 2360 pixels display. Just flip this to this. There we go. And this is a liquid retina IPS LCD display, just basically an LCD IPS with a typical brightness of 500 nits, so fairly bright. And 81.3% screen to body ratio with 264 pixels per inch density. So I would say just a typical display that you would expect from, well, basically any tablet. And then if we go lower with the specs, we're looking at a M1 processor in here. So again, one of the best processors that I can get. Oops, I actually want to change the language. Let's go back. Oh, no, that's country. Okay. Let's set up manually. Continue. Now, because this is Apple, I do need to connect to Wi-Fi for some reason, so let me just do that quickly. Okay. And brightness. Now the screen is still on. Hopefully it looks like that on the camera, but there we go, it got really dim. And set up later, don't use. Let's see, I think it was in here, set up later in settings, don't use, there we go. So, in terms of cameras in here, we're looking at a 12 megapixel sensor. So this is an ultra wide apparently. And this is the only camera at the back. And at the front we have another 12 megapixel, or actually no, my bad. At the back we have a wide, not ultra wide. At the front we have an ultra wide. So there we go. And if you flip it over, you can just kind of get a quick glance right here. So there's our 12 megapixel wide sensor. And then it looks like it's right here, the small one, 12 megapixel ultra wide for the selfie. So those are our two cameras in here. And let's see what else is here. I don't actually have any info about the battery because, you know, Apple is Apple, so why would they give you info about what you're buying when you can just I don't know, completely disassemble the device just to find out what the battery in here is. So no info about that at the moment, unfortunately. So that's I'm gonna skip that. We are looking at 8 gigs of RAM, which is actually quite nice for this. And couple of versions, so we have 64 or 256 gigs storage. There is no expandable storage, so what you buy is what you get, and you can't expand it any further. So that's a little bit of a shame in here, but when purchasing this device, just pick whichever storage you think you might need. I personally would probably recommend you to go for the higher one just to be safe. 64 at this time is not that much storage, and probably right now already it's taking like 10 gigs most likely of it. Let's quickly see. And go storage. Okay, so like I said, it's actually taking 13 gigs. Now I do have the 256 version, so that's really nice, but obviously if you have the lower end one with 64, you're already losing almost 14 gigs of your storage just for the actual iPad OS here. So, and a couple additional applications that come in here, like the GarageBand, which takes a couple gigs and so on. So I wouldn't recommend going for the lower gig version, just because you will most likely run out of storage, which you cannot expand any further. And yeah, there's not much more to say about this device. It's just a tablet, a powerful one, that comes with a price tag of about 550 euros. So it is actually really nicely priced for this device. Obviously it does not come with a pen or anything like that. It's just a tablet with a powerful chipset in here. Mediocre display. I would expect something with a higher refresh rate rather than the 60 that this comes with. So that's one gripe that I have, though I do have that with also like the FE version of iPhone 2022. So yeah, only 60 Hertz display with basically a 1080p resolution, or a little bit bigger because it's wide. So yeah, not much more to say about this. There's one little thing that I'll give praise to, which is the fact that it comes with a USB Type-C charging port, so you can basically use any kind of cable with this, and it should charge it no problem. You can also easily probably connect this to your computer. Hopefully you do have a different cable for a computer, like this one where it's Type-A to Type-C. That will make it a little bit easier. I do understand that not everybody has a Type-C port in their computer, so this cable might be a little bit useless to them. But again, you get a Type-C to Type-C cable, and you also get a charger with this, which is nice, and that charger is a Type-C. Though, like I also said, you can use a different charger with this and a different cable, and it should work just fine. Now anyway, to finish this off, I'm just gonna kind of go over this. The price tag actually seems to be fairly good for this device. It's not the best spec device in terms of, for instance, like the display. Apple for some reason seems to skimp out on displays, giving you like the bare minimum or even below that. But in terms of raw performance, you're getting basically one of the best devices here. So if that is what you need, just sheer raw performance, this device delivers, and it delivers it at a fairly reasonable price tag. So there we go. And to finish this off, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.